Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be answering the question, should you use an action camera, something small and tiny that is waterproof and durable and can get you some good results, or do you use a full-on DSLR or a mirrorless camera that will give you crisp and buttery looking footage? Or do you just pull out your phone and use that to film? Because these have wide angle lenses and telephoto lenses, so you can use a lot of different focal lengths just by pulling out your phone and using that. So which one's the best one? Now each of these cameras is going to give you a different result. Right now I'm shooting on a mirrorless camera and it's giving me a nice blurry background. I've got bokeh blur and everything behind me. It's subject tracking or eye tracking, face tracking, or whatever the camera will have on it, whether you're using a DSLR or mirrorless camera. So it's going to keep you in focus and separate the background out. Now with an action camera, it's not going to separate you out from the background as much. It's going to keep a lot of the scene in focus, but you're going to have things like good stabilization, waterproof. It's a durable camera. It can take some bumps and bruises. These get often mounted to helmets or motorsports, or skiers will take these down a mountain. These things will get hit by branches and trees and rolled on the ground, and they're a very durable camera. You can also hook external microphones to them. You can add ND filters to them. You can do a little bit to them to make that quality step up a little bit and get a little bit better quality out of it. But one of the most noticeable things with an action camera is that it's not going to separate you out from the background, but the image quality on a little action camera won't be quite as crisp as when you're using a DSLR or mirrorless with a professional lens on it. Now with your phone, it's kind of similar to an action camera. It's going to be able to get a nice crisp photo. Everything's going to be in focus. If you have the newer phones, they have portrait mode or cinematic mode on them, which will allow them to kind of cut out the subject that you are filming, and it kind of digitally removes the background. It's not going to be quite as good of quality as if you were using a professional lens on a DSLR or mirrorless camera, but you always have this with you, so you can just whip it out, take your video, set up your phone or whatever. If you just grab a phone mount with your tripod. This is an easily accessible camera. Everything's right here, and most times you've always got this around, so you can just pick it up and start filming. Now this will give you different options from the action camera. You will have different lenses for different types of shooting, whether you need to zoom in closer or you need to do wider shots. Now with an action camera, you do have some options when it comes to your focal range, but it is kind of limited, as with your phone, you have a few different options for different focal ranges, like zooming in closer. With an action camera, you can do a standard range, you can do a wide view, and you can do an ultra wide or super wide view with an action camera. But standard is going to be about as narrow as you can get. So with an action camera, you can't really zoom in further. You can change to get that standard view, but it's going to be one focal range, and you can't really zoom in or punch in much further than that. Now with a phone, on this iPhone, we have a wide lens, a telephoto, and a portrait lens. So we have some different options when it comes to zooming in on our footage. With the action camera, we're kind of stuck with what it has. So a phone might be a little bit better option for you if you're looking to get more zoom out of your camera, but also the quality, again, isn't going to be quite as good as if you get a mirrorless or a DSLR camera. Now a DSLR or mirrorless camera is going to give you the best results in terms of video quality or picture quality from the camera. You obviously have the option to swap out lenses. You can get different focal lengths. You can get different ranges in your lenses. So for different types of video work, you have different options there. Most of the time, if you're just making videos where it's just you talking to the camera, you may opt for a wider lens like this 15 to 35 millimeter lens. But if you want to be able to get closer and zoom in on stuff, you may opt to get a telephoto lens. Now with a more professional camera like a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, you're going to be able to get more professional quality. You get a lot more range in types of lenses that you can get and upgrades that way, and ways that you can connect things to your camera to be able to do different things like adding monitors or microphones or different things like that to your camera to be able to level up your quality even further. But that brings us to the price point on these different cameras. Something like a DSLR or mirrorless camera will run you up into the thousands of dollars, whereas with your phone you always have it with you, but this is around that $1,000 price point. But an action camera is going to cost significantly less. The price point on these action cameras is under $500 to be able to grab yourself a camera and start filming. 500, 1,000, or double that or even triple that with a DSLR or mirrorless camera. So it kind of comes down to your budget. Again, you're always going to have a phone with you, but if you want to spend a little bit less and have some camera always with you, you could grab an action camera. But if you have the budget for it, you could upgrade to more professional looking video quality and swap out lenses for different types of filming that you need. Whether you need to get a close-up shot and use more range on your lenses, or to get a wide angle shot like this one here, you can get those types of shots with these types of cameras. So if you're just getting started and want to make videos, it doesn't really matter what type of camera you get. You can focus on that later on, but right now what does matter is the camera that you have with you that you can start making videos with right away. If you're looking at getting started with making videos, pull out your phone, practice making a couple videos, shift your lighting around in your room to get better lighting, or use a north-facing window, which will give you some good natural light in your room so you get a better quality image out of that phone. Once you've made a bunch of videos with your phone and you feel like you're ready for the next step, then you need to consider whether you want to get more into like action type videos, or if you just want a handy little camera to have around with you, you can set in smaller spots. You don't have to worry about bigger gear. Or if you're looking at upgrading your footage to have better quality footage, then you may start looking into a more professional camera like a DSLR or mirrorless camera and be able to swap out lenses. You can start looking at different lenses and how they will affect your footage, and then just start practicing shooting with those cameras, seeing how they work, get to know the functions really well, and then from there on just keep learning and making better videos as you go along. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If you're just trying to figure out what kind of camera you should get to start with, I'd recommend just grab your phone, practice making videos with it, and just level up your content quality from practicing making videos on your phone. Once you've been filming for a while and you're ready to step up your content, you should have a pretty good idea of what camera you want to get. And you can check out this video next on the 3 settings that I always change on every camera that I get. I'll see you there.